I have a breaking discovery. Today is National Pepperoni Pizza Day. What is this? Also, hello everyone and welcome to finally, I guess, kind of a revival of an old objection of an old series that I used to do long time ago. And long time ago as in a year ago. So it hasn't been that long at all. But we're gonna do some Hyrule Warriors for Warrior Wednesdays. This was an old stream I used to do way back when on the Outlet channel, and I don't remember too much of it. I don't have any of them archived, unfortunately, so unfortunately, redundancy, we're gonna have to go without being able to see into the past. No, normally I'm memeing about seeing into the future, but today we're memeing about seeing into the past. We can't do it. Isn't there a way to delete the data? Perhaps in the settings. Game settings? Doesn't look like it. I want to start this from the beginning. Hang on, I know there's a way to download content. We've already downloaded our contents. We don't need to do that. Okay. I think it's something like hold down all the buttons, but let me just make sure again real quick. Warriors, Legends, save, data. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one ever who wanted to do this. ABXY. When launching the game, okay. Hang on, we gotta close and start again. Hold all 4 buttons, which is what I'll be doing. Alright, let's get the stream viewer back up. I have no idea if these streams will be interesting to watch or not. I did them a while ago, like I said, a year, and I remember actually getting a few chat members in the chat, but that was way before I took streaming seriously, and I only committed to it for like maybe 5 weeks. So hopefully this time around with Warrior Wednesdays, we're going to actually be able to, oh, we gotta go through all our DLC. Hopefully with Warrior Wednesdays now, I'll be able to, you know, go past 5, parts. I imagine this will be something that'll be going on for a long while. So, we'll see how it goes. We got all the DLC. This is great. Love it. It's still going. There was a lot of DLC. There was a lot of DLC. Like, a lot of DLC. Oh, it's not over yet. Nope. We still got a little bit more. Nope. Still going. Nope. Not done yet. You thought we were done? We got a new costume for Ganondorf. That was the last thing, though. For now. And I mean that literally. There's still more. It's just we gotta unlock it. But here we are! Hyrule Warriors! It's a game! For those who, I guess, are new to Warrior Wednesdays, I guess I'll explain it as I put myself more in frame. Essentially every Wednesday I play any Dynasty Warriors games, really. We're gonna be starting off with the 3DS version of Hyrule Warriors. Just because I was thinking for a while, I was like, do I want to do the Wii U version or do I want to do the 3DS version? And I thought, ultimately, with the original Warrior Wednesday stream, even though I did have the 3DS and I did show it off a few times on the original streams, I'm going to be playing exclusively the 3DS version for Hyrule Warriors, purely because it just gets confusing when you switch back and forth, and Even though the graphics are nice in the Wii U version, this right here is definitely the definitive version of Hyrule Warriors. If you have nipple 3DS, if you have regular 3DS, maybe not so much. I've never tried it on the original 3DS because this is downloaded to the system. But from what I hear, it runs like at a worse frame rate than Ocarina of Time did on the 64. So, yeah. But yeah, we'll just play this every week until I get bored of this game. Well, we're gonna be playing Fire Emblem Warriors pretty much as soon as that comes out. On the next Warrior Wednesday, obviously. So there will be like a few days where other people will have streamed it, so everyone's first impressions will already be out of the way, and then I'm gonna be late to the party by like 5 days, but oh well. And I was initially gonna start with that, but like I kind of wanted to, you know, do this, you know? Get into the mood now. Do it now! So, this is our main hero, by the way, in case you, weren't paying attention. That is a fella by the name of Link. No idea who that guy is. Never heard of him before, but he's got some nice hair. So he's got that going for him. And this game definitely took a big graphical hit compared to the Wii U version. But it's the gameplay that matters to me. And did I? No, I don't think I did. For a second I thought I, put on the Warriors controls. Usually I do these games, or I've been doing this Hyrule Warriors with the Zelda controls. I assume I'm probably gonna have to change that when I go to play other Warriors games, but oh well. We'll figure it out then. Right now is not the time for that. So, if you've never seen a Warriors game before in your life, well, this is what it is. You fight many hundred of enemies. As you can see on the bottom screen, we've already killed 121, 22, and rising. And you just fucking destroy people. There's the good guys, there's the bad guys, there can also sometimes be a third guy that's kind of a neutral, can either help you or just be another distraction for you. Kind of just depends on the story scenario, which by the way, there is a full story mode, and the 3DS version added a few, like, extra levels and, like, a Wind Waker segment to the end of the story. You'll see what I mean when we get there, but... So... We also just got our fairy proxy, and she's essentially our voice for Link because, I mean, it's Zelda. We don't have Link speak in these games. Dark Wizard. So, essentially... This is a very long, grindy game. That's why I wanted to definitely play this on stream regardless of if I was going to do it with Warrior Wednesdays or if I was just going to play it again. But to have this kind of be like a game that I come back to multiple times a week, that's going to get really boring to watch. So that's why I said, okay, let's just do a series, because I really like Dynasty Warriors, at least from what I played through Hyrule Warriors. And I'm hoping that through Fire Emblem Warriors, and eventually maybe the other games, I'll be able to go more into the series, because this was my entry point to the series. I played the Wii U game, like, the day it came out. I was super excited for it. I didn't get too... I definitely did the story mode entirely in my first playthrough, but I never really, like... Trying to think, how far did I get? I know I didn't even finish the first adventure map with the Wii U version. When I bought this game though, I put in a ton of hours, like, within the first, like, month or two of the game, I put in like 200 hours, not even kidding. And this is a game that, like, if you're gonna 100% it, you're gonna put in, assuming you have all the DLC, you're gonna put in like well over 1,000, so this is a long one. I don't recommend doing any 100% speedruns for Dynasty Warriors. If you thought Breath of the Wild was long, well, it's got nothing on this. Plus, that would just get boring. Does anyone actually speedrun any Dynasty games? Don't know. I'll figure that out, actually. Dynasty Warriors speedrun. Also, sorry if you can hear the clack. Oh yeah, there are speedruns. Let's see. Let's just choose the first one. What's the any percent record? Only one person has ran it. And wait, what? Hang on now. What? Hang on, let me show you guys this. Like, what? It says real time 5 minute 14 seconds and then 3 minutes 19 seconds. What? What? I have no idea what's up with that. What's up with that, right? Yeah, dude. Alright, show me. Never beat me, only in beside your shields that go fast. Volga is slacking off. Oh, jeez. I guess there are speedruns for Warriors games. And apparently in real time it only takes 5 minutes, so... I guess there's just some wrong warp or something you could probably do. Or maybe it's just going through a bunch of menus. Why would that take 5 minutes? I don't know. I might actually have to watch that and see what that's all about. I've never played, like I said, I've never played any other Dynasty games, so... Anyways, so... I'm like all over the place today, excuse me. So, yeah, back to, if you don't know this game, you have like little set objectives. Currently we're playing Legends mode, which is the story mode, but there's also the adventure mode, which is the big heavy grind mode. And we'll be getting to that probably after we do Fire Emblem Warriors on stream. But it's a long game. That's where you're going to be spending the majority of your hours. Also, all the cutscenes in this game are like taken out of the Wii U version, so it just kind of makes you sad when you see those decent graphics. But I have no idea how interesting this will be. I just plan on doing this until we get bored of it. We can now play as Zelda. So, yeah, that's another big thing added to the 3DS version, and what will be coming to Fire Emblem Warriors, which I'm super looking forward to. I don't know if I've said that enough times. Is now we can, like, switch characters. This was not in the Wii U version, so another reason to play this over the Wii U one. Different story missions will have you playing as different characters. You can eventually replay the levels. Oops. Yeah, her just straight up attack just kind of charges her up, and then she can use light arrows. Bam. I don't even know what I was saying. I got distracted by them fancy moves. Alright, let's go defeat the lizard man. We also have special attacks too. We have X attack, which kind of gradually goes up over time, depending on how many people we've killed. I think also, once you level up a little bit more, you could also get a certain badge. I'll get more into that later, but you'll be able to get a certain badge that allows you to just, over time, have that meter fill, even if you're not doing damage to things. Either that or it goes quicker. I don't remember if it does by default or not. If it does, it's pretty slow, so... But yeah, you have the yellow meter, and then you also have the green meter. which is filled up by the magic jars that you can find in pots. Sometimes mobs will drop them. It's not entirely, like, it doesn't happen all the time, but it can happen. Usually just from the bigger enemies that have a health bar above their head. You could use bombs. Use bombs wisely! And open up paths and all sorts of crud. Look! You got shot at point blank range by an arrow! For the most part, your dudes will do jack shit in story mode. As for, like, taking keeps, like, certain levels they actually will, but usually those are, like, pretty scripted events anyways, but they're not really gonna do a very good job of, like, protecting your keep. So if you ever notice that, like, a keep is falling, you definitely want to make your way over there, because people will not be able to do it. And this is another thing that you can do, I believe also in Fire Emblem Warriors, is you can select your people and tell them where you want them to go. So I'm gonna have Link go to Central Keep. And then I'm gonna tell Zelda to go all the way over there to the Eastfield Keep. I'm actually gonna run around as Link for a moment here. And you notice there that Impa's like half dead. If any of your allies or whatever get into like a danger mode, they'll call out for help, and you can just like walk up to them and heal them with your magical looks, I guess. I mean, Link's pretty sexy, you gotta admit. Just so you know, I'm single, Link. Anyone out there named Link? Alright, so there's also like secret heart containers and stuff. Come on, chest, please! Please! I knew I was pressing the right button, he just wanted to roll around. But yeah, as a Zelda staple, there's heart containers, heart pieces to find. Also, Skulltulas are able to be found. Some heart containers will only be available for certain players as well. So, like, I believe the next level is going to require us to play as Impa. But if we play as Link, we're not going to be able to get any heart containers, so... because it wants us to play as Impa, so... But there's also times where, you'll only be able to get heart containers from playing as characters who are, like, not even good. Like, when you go into a map, there's, like a recommended element, right? And certain characters have different weapons. And sometimes the game will be like, oh, you want the heart container? Or you're gonna have to go in with this shitty weapon that's not even good. You're gonna get your ass kicked. I don't even know why I'm fighting these dudes, because that keep is not important at all. I'm gonna have Link actually make his way into that keep. Also, what are you doing over here, Zelda? Please go to the keep. I thought Zelda was in the keep already, but I guess that's Impa, so what do I know? North gate is closed. Alright, check this out. Boom. Line them all up. Bam. 26. Not too impressive, compared to the Wii U version. 26 kills in once. What the fuck are you talking about, Serge? That's incredible. But compared to the Wii U version, you could get, like, easily 40, 50 with, like, one special attack. And unfortunately, I got this with Zelda, and I think she's about to actually become no longer playable, so that will no longer be useful to us. So let's be Link and go get the Skulltula. I don't know if I'll be getting all the Skulltulas, however you pronounce it. As a kid, I pronounced it Skulltula, but I think it's supposed to be Skulltula. But what do I know? Um, essentially, with every story mode mission, after you get 1,000 KOs, one of these dudes will spawn, and then there's like a web on the map. And you just gotta find them within the general vicinity of the web. They're always in the same spot, but the game just kind of gives you a hint to the general area of where it spawns at. What are we doing? Oh, we're going to the fairy fountain. We'll go down there, I guess. I'll have Link take this keep down here. So that's another reason why I really like the 3DS version of this over the Wii U version, is it's really easy to manage your allies and like tell them where to go. You can have a bunch of multitasking doing. It's good, fun, full of dank memes. I know I'm hilarious, aren't I? Oh! He got me with my backflip. 14 KOs. That's kind of eh for this game. Wii U game, that's just fucking shit. But yeah, for the 3DS version, there's a lot less characters on screen at once. I mean, makes sense considering just like the fact that this massive game is running on a tiny little portable console. That's not all too powerful. I mean, the 3DS isn't like a total piece of shit, but it's definitely not like as powerful as the Switch. So what is Impa? Okay, I want you to follow Zelda, which is another cool thing that you can do, is you can keep your friends together. So say for instance one of your allies that you can play as is in danger of potentially dying. You can use the little keeping everyone together thing to, like, once they're dead, you can switch right on over to them and just give them an instant heal. I believe, I'm not sure if, maybe you can't heal, now that I think about it, maybe you can't heal playable characters. But, as you saw right there, I just healed the Goron just by walking up to him, so I'm not sure if I can or cannot. Also, did I not? Seriously? There's rupees here. Gotta get the roopers! Alright, so we are at the fairy fountain. Come with me, Link. Despite the fact that I'm controlling Zelda, Link will still follow me because the pin is still technically set to be following Zelda, so you just take Zelda up here. A lot of this game you're going to be kind of waiting on dialogue if you're moving really fast and you know where to go. Look at all these items. We got bombs. Alright, hang on. Let me see, is there a Hyrule Warriors speedrun? Alright. So Zelda has retreated from the battlefield. There is a speedrun for Hyrule Warriors. It's Hyrule Warriors speedrun in 10 seconds. What? Hang on. What? Hang on. I'll look at that in a second. Yeah, we're dropping a nuke. That's happening. I should probably focus more on the game than this, but I'm honestly curious about speedruns for this now. All of a sudden. Magic Circle has been used. 422! Oh, man. I would have manually killed 2 of those dudes. Would have been lit. We done it. Alright, Impa, I want you to go down to this keep. I guess now that I think about it, earlier when I was mentioning like the playable characters in the next map and the heart containers, that's another benefit to the 3DS version, is where in the Wii U version there are sometimes, it's also in the 3DS, but there are sometimes times where it's like there's a heart container for Link, but there's a piece of heart for Impa or something. And so you'll have to play it twice on the Wii U version, which kinda sucks. But with the 3DS version, you can have multiple people at once, so you can just have everyone who's important to like a heart container or whatever, you can just have them in the map. And I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but there is a free play option available. Magic Sponge? That's a thing with these things called My Fairies. Something in the 3DS version that I don't really use, but there's magic sponges! You know, people ask me sometimes, Serge, what's your favorite question? And to that I say, who lives in a pineapple under the sea is my favorite question. Can you, do a thing? So, giant bosses are, I believe, a series first, for the Dynasty Warriors here. And essentially, you just got these big bosses and you defeat them like you would a Zelda boss. But, this one's not cooperating and showing me his weak. Show me your weak! Alright, show me your weekend! There you go. He just wanted Sunday. It's Wednesday, come on, dude. We can't do this anymore. Excellent. We're definitely gonna want to spend a lot of time once we have the materials for it to upgrade our weapons and gears and combos and such. Essentially, you might have noticed, but I think there's one right here. Yeah, there's like a little thing in the ground here. There we go. Material acquired. So essentially, whenever you defeat little grunt-like enemies, they'll drop materials, and big bads will also drop materials, and that's where the biggest grind of this game comes from. Is you gotta find the most efficient way to grind for all the shit. I think we can use this magic, actually. Yeah, fairy magic. Thank you. So the magic is basically like a burst mode where you just go Super Saiyan and you can just like go hit super ultra mega attacks at super speed. But if you end it early, you might have noticed that the gauge was kind of depleting over time. If you end it early, you're actually able to knock big bosses like this down just instantly, which is super nice, especially when you're grinding for certain adventure mode maps that have like time requirements, which most of them do. So now's the good time to wander around the map and pick up any materials you collected. Once your like health HUD and stuff disappears, that's when you know the episode is over, I guess. You can wander around and try and find all the stuff that you might have missed. I think I did a pretty good job picking up everything I dropped, or everything that did drop, though. She's a chicken. Chicken Impa. Impossible! Forced joke for the win! Yeah, as you can see, this is kind of what the Wii U version of the game looked like. Obviously less compressed than this, because it was all in-engine, which was actually really impressive. Definitely the models and the textures got the biggest, like, downgrade. Is there really anything that didn't get, like, downgraded aesthetically? Like, the gameplay, like, all the mechanics that were in the first game are here, plus additions. But I don't think there was anything that was, like, that's, like, aesthetically in this version that wasn't in the Wii U version. Could be wrong. Spook Ganon. This is also kind of like the trial period to see how voice acting works in a Zelda theme. I don't know if it really had any influence on Breath of the Wild at all, I had to guess, it probably had a little bit of influence, but it certainly isn't completely terrible. The only voice that's like fully voiced in this is just this one segment, but from what I am aware of, the Dynasty Warrior games are always fully voiced, so, and I believe Fire Emblem will be as well, but it'll also have the text on screen, which might also be how the actual Warriors games are too, so what do I know? But yeah, that's your lore about the Triforce. If you're coming to these streams to know about the lore and shit, maybe I'm not the best option. I mean, I'll have it there, but I'm probably more likely than not going to be talking over it, so I apologize if, like, you're, like, super into this and you're like, fucking shut up, game! Sorry. And now we've pretty much unlocked the rest of the game. We got a bunch of, medals, which are essentially your form of achievements in this. And then here is the shop. You can see we actually have a lot more, fighters than what is kind of intended. You're not supposed to have these 5 characters, but we have them because DLC! Oops! Anyways, so this is the bazaar, essentially, between every level or whatever. We can come here, we can upgrade our defense, offense, we can add more attacks, we can add more combos, we can give ourselves buffs, etc, etc. Like, what we did here, what the game forced us to do, was it wanted us to get this empty bottle, which allows us to recover a little bit of health, which will be extremely useful later on. But more importantly are the attack upgrades, which I cannot do for anyone. And then the assist, yeah, I can't do anything for that either. So we're gonna have to wait there. The training dojo's nice, though, as it slightly cuts down on the grinding, just ever so slightly, where you can actually level up your people for just paying the in-game currency. $59.99 weekly, which is super nice because that means you have to do a hell of a lot less grinding, especially when fucking all your DLC characters will always start at level 1. Don't know why they do that. Especially when, like, the latter DLC maps are specifically tailored so that, like, you're supposed to be, like, level, like, 150 when you go into them. But, The Apothecary is nice because it also allows you to specifically increase the drop rate of certain things, so weapons, are really the only thing we can do now, but this will upgrade later, I think once we get more... No, I was gonna say fighters, but no, it's actually based on your Skulltulas. So, yeah, we can either do weapon drop 1 or weapon star 1, so we can either have, just in general, a lot more weapons spawn, or when weapons do spawn, we can boost them slightly and make them higher tier, so... You have those options for you. I'm not really going to do any of that right now. What I should do is buy a potion for Impa if I can. Essentially, it's pretty much in your best interest to, as soon as you can, get at least 1 potion for everyone. Otherwise, you're gonna be fucked if you run into a really hard map. Which... This game might not seem hard, but it can get hard, and we're playing on, I think it starts us off at normal difficulty, but it can go up to hard, and then once you beat story mode all the way through once, and there's another level up, and I don't think I've ever beaten a hero mode. I'm not sure if I have or not. Maybe I did. I can't remember. But, oh, I missed a heart piece. Where was that? Might have been in one of the keeps. Trying to think, where was that one? I actually do have the, like, hang on, I'll go get it. I have the guidebook for this game, as before DLC, obviously, because how would they have gotten the DLC for that guide? It's a, pretty nice guide. I don't think it came with, like, oh god. My 3DS died. And by died, I mean just the signal came loose. Because I dropped it like a dumbass. Good stream. Good stream. You're good at video games. Yes. Hang on. Gotta fix the capture now. This is an annoying thing that happens with my capture all the time, is the cable comes loose way more often than it should. Alright, yep. It crashed, thank you. We'll just reboot that. And there we go. Should be all good. Anyways, but yeah, it's a pretty nice book. It's got art for all the characters, and it'll show you pretty much everything you need to know before the DLC. After the DLC is just a bunch of adventure mode stuff, which most adventure mode maps have the same requirements, so it's not that big of a deal that it's not there. The only bummer part is that you will have to actually use compasses and such for that. It's this book, I believe. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, it lets you know when there's like something that you have to uncover, so that's a nice book. I don't think we're really gonna be using it. I'm just gonna kind of play the game, you know. But let's see, what are we looking at on time right now? Oh, come on, OBS, please stop. Thank you. All right, that didn't take too long, so we got time to do another map. Well, let's go with this. We also have skins that we can get, most of which will be unlocked through the story, or rather adventure mode, excuse me. But as you can see, we have these fairies here, which for a while I did not use these fairies, but these things can actually get pretty useful if you grind a bit with them, but I don't think we'll be getting into that at all today. Need to get a drink of water. I like talked that whole match. I don't usually talk that much during my streams. If this is your first time watching. To no avail. Avail. She bestowed upon him a green tunic. Green. Of the legendary hero. Link did not believe himself worthy of the honor, but he was determined. So yeah, we are no longer forced to wear the lowly clothing of the knights. Instead, we're forced to wear elf suit, which somehow makes us more versatile in combat, I think, maybe. Probably not. What do I know? Also, Zelda's gone. Oops. We let her get away. The big bad's got her. Oops. Excuse me. Alright. So here is our battlefield. As you can see, we have the Hyrulean forces versus the single dark big Poe. Spooky. And, yeah, you can see right there, the frame rate's pretty bad, and this game does have 3D support, believe it or not, and, it's pretty good for the most part. It's not terrible, but you'll notice that the frame rate goes to complete ass, and it's actually in the original 3DS you cannot use 3D at all because it just straight up is like, this is too much. This. Alright. But it does look pretty good overall. I generally don't find myself using the 3D in this game. I actually do like the 3D in most games. Obviously, if I have to use the 3D, though, I have to look down here, which is kind of annoying when I'm streaming, so for the most part, I'm just going to be looking up here, in which I have my 3DS capture displayed on my monitor. So Impa's a very interesting character. Not my favorite. She's kind of powerful, but specifically she's really good for crowd control, excuse me. So large groups of enemies, which doesn't happen too often in this, but it still can happen. So Impa definitely has her uses, and especially in the Wii U version. Bam. And suddenly, I got really quiet. Yeah, this is pretty much, from here on, like, this is how the streams are gonna go. I apologize if you don't like, super quiet streams. They're gonna be kind of all over the place. Like, I like to talk a lot, but when it comes to this game, there's kind of not too much going on all at once, so... This probably won't feel too different from, like, a normal stream eventually. It'll just be me spouting random shit. You fucking skeletons. Ever fucked a bone? It hurts, man. Getting that rock hard bone stuck in your rock hard cock. I'm gonna go over here and capture this place. Meanwhile, we're gonna have Link make his way to Stone Square. Bam. 28. Could be better. Hey! 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 Beater! Also, for those curious, I'm not at all like a super, like, guru for this game. Like, I'm not gonna be the most, like, reliable source of information. I'm gonna try my best to, like, learn everything I can, but considering how much limited knowledge I have over the Dynasty series, it's certainly gonna make this a little bit difficult to exactly try to claim that I'm the best. You know? Alright, so we gotta find and capture the monster spawning keeps, which is this one. It says that it's pointing out the one on the bottom that I just already captured, but that should be marked off now, so I don't know why it's not. Alright, keep boss right there. There we go. I guess it just doesn't, like, check it arf. Arf? Arf! Bam! That's pretty much Impa's, like, best attack. Whenever I do play as Impa, you'll see me doing that one a lot. I think for the most part, I'm probably not gonna be like, oh, we need to play with everyone and give everyone equal screen time. Like, I'll try everyone out, certainly, but I'm definitely gonna have, like, a main that I go with. And I'm probably not gonna use Impa too much. But she's, again, just kind of slow. Very good for crowd control, but, again, just not my kind of character. I like the fast hitting. Even if it's just weak hits, I like the feeling of, like, overwhelming someone with just, like, you know? We got the Rendevis. This is actually the car I drive. The Buick. Thank goodness. You can't say, God, in this Nintendo game, they get mad. I don't like it. No. Impa, you fuck ass. Did you jump down? Okay, no, you didn't. Suddenly, more monsters. Laugh. Laugh at me. Do it. Alright. One, Captain. Okay, so yeah, now we got to do an escort mission, which is not actually as bad as that sounds. Essentially, we got the big bombshell that we gotta bring to the keep to make it do some splode. 32, that's pretty good, I'd say. Again, a lot higher numbers on the console version of this, but what can you do? And this thing will not advance if there are anything big with a health bar in its way. Also, it's completely reliant on if there's a bunch of notifications happening, so that's something that certainly slows this game down a lot, is like, if there's just a whole bunch of dialogue happening at once, but you're going too fast for the game, like, you'll like be at the end of the level, but it won't quite register that you're there because it's just like going through all the dialogue and shit. It's like, Wizrow has spawned, and meanwhile you killed like him and 2 other dudes that already spawned. And there's my prime example right there. See, it just notified us that we killed 500 enemies, but we are well over that now, so. Just had so much to go through. We gotta save to keep. We gotta keep the bomb juice safe. Ha ha! Whereas the one ghost from Luigi's Mansion says, "Ah!" You know, the couple that's in the ballroom. So I think we actually have to capture this keep in order to get the Bombchu to proceed. Which doesn't help when all the dudes are, like, not in the keep. Like, where you at? What you want, Willis? Alright. Boss, where you at, boss? Hey, boss! And if you're going for, like, a KO grind, which you'll be doing a lot in adventure mode, a good thing to do, is wait for, like, the keep to kind of fill up with enemies, and then, like, deliver the final blow to the dude. Because whenever you're in a keep, and you take the keep, any enemy that's in there that was spawned from the keep will instantly die and also count towards your total, so that's very useful to know if you're doing, like, trying to do your fastest Skulltula run or whatever. Bam! There are also a few cut animations from this version of the game, mainly, like, you can do, like, some finishing moves on on certain bosses in the Wii U version, whereas it's just kind of like a, oh, you did it in this game. You, like, hold up your hand and then there's, like, a big energy blast around you. Whereas in the Wii U version, there's, like, a big fancy, like, jump kick into the eyeball. Also, we got a Skulltula. Skulltula. I think I've said like 15 different names for those things now. And I still don't know what they're called. Nope. Go. Go. 1,000 enemies. A little bit late. Not too late, though. There's our Skulltula this time. I don't know where all of them are, but I have gotten all the ones that are available in story mode, so assuming my memory doesn't fail me, I should be able to point out where those are with relatively no ease. Or relative ease, rather. Sorry. Spec! I can do English! Good. Alright, so now it wants us to advance. Follow Link, please, at least for the time being. We don't have to wait for Impa to catch up, luckily, because coming up ahead there's, well, a cutscene. And again, just a glimpse into the graphics of the Wii U, just slightly compressed. There's Impa, she made it! It's like maybe 16 of them. and we're like getting all scared. Meanwhile, Link just actually killed 1,022 of those guys. So, Princess isn't dead. You reunite with her at some point during the day, but not quite yet. You can call me Not Zelda. It's a name that comes from the Not Zelda tribe. They were servants of the Hyrulean ruling family. The Not Zelda tribe, it's impossible. It's a bowl of pasta. It's a pasta bowl. Oh, my jokes aren't funny. Don't laugh at them. I said don't laugh! Looking at you, mysterious, unnamed viewer. I am. Outpost captain. Yahar me mates. So apparently on the Nintendo Switch, this has nothing to do with the game, by the way. I just kind of go off on these tangents every now and then, but apparently on the Nintendo Switch, there's recently, I guess, is it leaked? I don't know. Discovered data on in the firmware of the Switch where on Satoru Iwata's passing day is, I know, way to bring down the mood, Surge. If you do like the like directly to you kind of like hand gesture movement with 2 Joy-Cons in your hand, you'll actually be able to play NES Golf on your Switch. But specifically, it only unlocks on that day. I don't know if like you can play it anytime after that, but all I know is that that's how you initially activate it, so it's a cool little thing that they added to the Switch to kind of salute Iwata-san. Right. Keep boss. Where you at, boss? He's gone. Boop. Just barely got moved to the side. Also, today is the 3 or is it 4? I think today's the 4-year anniversary of what is it? Wind Waker HD being released on Wii U, which, in my opinion, is one of the most interesting speedruns to watch. I watch Gymnast86's runs a lot, and it's very interesting. Just like item sliding in general, which it's a glitch run, so if you're against glitches in your speedruns, I'm sorry to say, but like I think the any percent record for the GameCube version before HD came out was like maybe 4 hours and 50 some minutes. I could be wrong, I don't remember. But then came the Wii U version, and now any percent is down to 1 hour and 22 minutes, so one of the best speed games, arguably, for a remake. Alright, I forgot what we're doing. We actually have to go fight this dude down here in the cave. Too slow. You're too slow! Where's Impa? I don't think is she still following me? I think she's trying to. She's going really slow. Also, sorry for hitting the mic. Wait. Impa, you can stay there. It's good enough, I guess. Bam. Leveling up. I really like leveling up in this game because it's just instant. It can happen in the middle of combat. I think it can happen like just from like a single swing on an enemy. Like you don't necessarily have to kill them. each swing gives you like a little boost of XP. Very tiny amounts. I could be wrong though. It just feels like it sometimes that's what happens, like mid-fight against an enemy. Alright, Crystal Cave is now open. We're gonna have Impa go up there and take care of the assault troops. We're gonna have Sheik deal with these ones, and then Link going ahead and go to the stock room. Right, but first, let's take care of Crystal Cave. There's buried treasure in Crystal Cave. Whoa! We lost a keep down there at the bottom. Not too big of a deal. You don't need all the keeps to win most maps. I think there are a few scenarios where it's like capture all the keeps in adventure mode, but I don't think that really pops up ever in single player. You'll generally speaking, you'll find yourself with most of the keeps, if not all of them. And it's not a terrible idea either to go for all of them, because capturing the keeps just makes less enemies spawn, so. Drat, more stones! Yeah, man. Gotta get the stones. No. Stones, man. Anyways. So, yeah, we got the Crystal Cave has been discovered. And we need Link for that, so here's what we're gonna do. Trade places. And while we're doing that, we'll give a shot of Sheik, which I like Sheik. I don't normally play as her, but she's very fast. She's the kind of character that I wouldn't normally play. She's just slightly tricky sometimes to figure out. Essentially, each of her combos, her heavy combos rather, she plays like different songs from Ocarina of Time on her harp, which, like, she can play like the Song of Storms, which I don't think we have. Let's see, 1, 2, bam, nope, 1. It's hard. Yeah, I think that's the highest ranked one that we have. So we're about to lose that keep that we have, so we need to go get that. But, like, the Song of Storms will, like, make, like, an electrical barrier of lightning around her. And then, I don't remember what other ones there are. I know there's, like, the Bolero of Fire, I'm pretty sure. Wait, which one was it that was about to fall? Oh, it's the one to the left there, okay. That's not terrible. Right, so there's things in here. Bam. Could have been closer to the center, which probably would have made that more effective, but I was mainly just going for getting the hits on this guy. There we go. There we go. Keep boss. Keep bossing me around. See what happens. Alright. We are going to Sheik. Protect the Bombchu. I'm gonna go for Link now. He has arrived. Hey! Hey! Who said you could be here? I didn't say you could be here. No! I'm gonna get out of here. Don't you backhand me, man. I got the freaking regular sword. It's not even a master sword and you're getting wrecked. Dang. Dude. I got a heart container. Heart piece, sorry. Oh no! Oh, I got punched. I was like, yeah, fuck. It's very rare when you actually get hit by the little crony dudes that are those little skeleton guys. Skeleton. Good. Ooh. Ooh, man. Graphics. Ooh, yeah. Beautiful. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise, Wizro. You are a beautiful man. Oh! He's real good. Hang on. Go to the bomb chew. Meanwhile, you have your own problems to deal with. Yeah. Yeah. Defeated! There we go. We got a lightning-based element, as you can see in the corner there. I'm not entirely sure what that is. I know there's, like, some enemies have, like, elemental weaknesses. I don't know how, like, much that actually changes Sheik's weapon, because I know by default it's light. The other bomb chew has been stopped, so we have to go protect that one. And it's my boy Wizro! You suck! Actually, not a super big fan of the way Wizro plays. You can unlock him in the first game through like a free update, but in this, you have to actually play a little bit extra on the story mode. So, here we go, knock him down just like the big bosses. And, ooh, just barely hanging on. There we go. Again, on an easier difficulty, these guys are total jokes. 1850. Bombchu is on the run. Gotta catch a superhero. Do good old memes. Alright, the first one is there now. And the other one should make it on its own just fine, but I think there's something, excuse me, in the stock room here. I'm just burping all over the place. I haven't even drank soda in like 4 days. Oh, I don't know why I'm so burpy. All I have next to me is just a bottle of water. Where you at? I believe there's also... yeah, and the area below us is a thing for Impa, so we need to go get that. I always forget about it and think it's in that keep, but it's not. We're gonna have... go to exit square. Alright. 2 stone spires have been destroyed, so now we can advance. And that boulder right there is what we're looking for. Yeah, I remember that one. Also, I keep, like, over time, like, falling out of frame. I'm just, like, slowly sinking. And then eventually at the end of the stream, I'm just like, hey guys! How's it going? How you doing? You still there? Hello? Anyways, got a heart container. Also, yes, grass cutting is here. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. Which is super nice. Oh man, you see that sick barrel roll that Goron man just did? It is good. Alright. We reached the exit, now let's go back into the cave. No, run! Run! Yeah, you can't press the run button while you're in this mode, you just kind of have to let it happen on its own. Ooh, got a silver material. Good thing we came back. Now, there's 3 different tiers of material. There's like the bronze, there's silver, and then there's gold. Bronze obviously being the most common, silver being like the medium tier, and then gold being the super rare ones. Gold can be really annoying to grind for, and I believe you can get some apothecary stuff to help for that, but I never really bothered too much. Luckily there's not too much that requires it. It's just mainly just like the last upgrade in the lines. There are certain characters that like some of their combos require gold shit and silver shit, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Most characters don't usually have that though. Actually, I don't know if there's any I might retract the statement on the gold one, but I know there's at least one or two that use silver in their combos. Oh man, you're ruining the symmetry. I thought you were gonna go for the other one on the bottom in the middle-ish column. We can play Sheik. 100 years ahead. Good. We got the Barren Woods. We got time for it. Yeah. Oh, we can now increase Link's weapons, so let's go on ahead and do that. Not Training Dojo. Badge Market. Defense. Not defense. Attack. I know what I'm doing, I swear. So, yeah. So, we start off with just, like, basic, like, B, B, Y, B, or B, A. Wait. Oh, I have this. I do have this set to the Warriors playstyle. Oh, well. I think. I don't know. Fuck. Memes. Yeah, there's a lot of, different combos that you can set up with different characters, so now we can just repeatedly spam B a lot to get a new combo. Or we can do B, Y, Y, Y with our new weapon that we just got. Get some extra stuff. I'm going to make him more resistant to light-based elements, though. And we still have a little bit of extra, so I'm gonna hold on to that, actually, and let's do lightning against you. And Marin we can pass on until we do adventure mode, which we won't be doing today. Assist. We're good. She's level 5, so we can upgrade her a little bit. Not too expensive right now, but trust me, once you get into like the higher levels, it's really expensive to level up people. Eventually, I know the game also is going to give me like 7 million rupees in game to spend because of all the DLC. I think I just have to like reboot the game for that, but for now, we don't need it, so I think we're all set then. And it wants us to play with the fire rod, so we shall. Just use Becca again. Becca!
Link and his allies were saved from the dangers of the Elden Caves by a mysterious youth named Sheik.
You see it shrinking in my seat.
Impulse troops exited the caves and emerged in Farron Woods. There, they found a hidden village overrun with monsters.
We gotta go to the hidden village!
To continue their
No, no Western music. That was a tear. Tear of sadness and despair. I think we're all good. So let's just go ahead and start. But we got a cutscene. Who that? Who be you, blue animal?
You are leading these warriors? That's input speaking, I don't even care. Yes, I am. You can use magic for neither you crap. Let me tell you this. You know the one who started this war? The CIA? Went too fast. Well, that explains it. And what does this CIA want for my rule? They want to take our taxes? You really want to know? Well, help me defend the forest. Everything out of my tell you.
Oh, there she goes. She's gone. Never to be seen again. And suddenly the game looks like ass. I should stop complaining about the graphics. I really do like the way that the Wii U game looks. And this isn't terrible, especially when you're looking on the actual 3DS itself. But considering I'm playing this on a monitor where it's like much more blown up, it's just like, oof. Yeah, there's like 10 pixels in that texture. Bam, go. We don't have to grind on these dudes. Just kind of want to, oh, get out of here. And there's a secret over here that we can pick up, put down, pick up, put down, throw. And we got the bow and arrow. So that's pretty cool. So now we have a ranged attack that's, well, I mean the bombs were a ranged attack, but this is much nicer. It has a lot more range. Not entirely practical. It can obviously defeat the Deku Babas, which is essential for that. Otherwise you cannot defeat them. Also, each item that you pick up is useful against specifically one boss. So there will be a boss that we will encounter that this will be useful for, so I guess there's that, but bow and arrows to defeat the Deku Babas. Get out of here. Somebody send us your support. Where even is this dude? Okay, he's over there. Well, gee, if you maybe wouldn't stand in the poison, you probably wouldn't be getting hurt. I saw that whiff. You missed an unmoving target. With a hard D. A target. I mean, hard D. That's secret, baby. My D's always gonna be hard. Because I always get B's and A's. So it's hard to get a D. What'd you think I was saying? Hmm? You thought I was talking about, dongos? Dongos aren't in this level, man. I can't wait to bomb them. Oh boy! Get out of here. You! Just keep saying you. He's calling you out on your bullshit. Where you at? Where you at? Who dat? IGGY, that's a Koopaling. Bam. The base, like, fireball doesn't really do all that much damage, but that's like your basic, like, one-hit wonder move. There you go. Also, how are bokoblins, resistant to poison? I would like to know. If I can get in on their genetic, superiorness, I guess? I don't know, superiority, that's the word. Oh, hello. Now we got redeads, and these guys are a pain in the ass, as you would expect, considering they're redeads. They will stun you, which can really fuck you up in adventure mode, especially when you're going for the timed matches, or even worse, they're absolutely fucking gobshite in the ones where you, like, have to get one-shotted by things. Uh-oh. Yeah, I should pay attention to the item tips. That was another thing that was added to this that wasn't in the Wii U version. I guess that's the aesthetic thing that's there, but yeah, it gives you a little tooltip when, there's one specific attack that each, like, big mob can do that's, like, specifically weak against, like, a certain item, but you wouldn't have otherwise known that in the Wii U version, so. And if you can time it right, it will just instantly result in showing the pie chart thing. I don't know what it's called. But man, do I like pie. Running, hiding, And big tree. Ooh, she placed my chest in the Great Deku Tree. Thanks, Lana! You get another thing! And this is a chest exclusive to the 3DS version, as it is the Golden Ocarina, which this is by far the greatest addition to the game. So, the tutorial there would have told you this, but I'll just explain it to you in better, less complicated words. So we have these owl statues here, which, in and of itself, is a major A+ because Majora's Mask. But a lot of adventure mode maps and story maps will have these placed all around the map, and you'll be able to use your fancy little ocarina doohad to instantly teleport to any of them that you have already visited. So a lot of people, I imagine, probably pass them up thinking that they're completely useless, but they are far from that, my friend. Alright. I should probably just, like, stop going tutorial mode here, because I doubt anyone's actually watching this as a tutorial. They want me to talk about macaroni and shit. Unlike that time, how I told my boss that I couldn't move something because my arms were made of strawberries. It's a real story, by the way. And that's why I'm getting a new job. Funny joke! You just shout out little ones. I don't like that. Wait, we're gonna have you go take of those Gibdos. I guess they're not Redeads, they're specifically Gibdos. Oh hey, Lana's here. I thought I did that for a second. I was like, wait a minute, that's not supposed to happen. Bam. Got him before he could even get off a single attack. Hey. Oh, wait. No one asked for your input, dude! By the way, the input's up, down, left, right, B, start. That's the input that you do. It's a secret to everybody. I love Wizrow's voice. I'm pretty sure whoever did the voice of Wizrow also did the voice of King Boo. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm saying just like aesthetically? No, it's like, it's pretty much the exact same voice. I don't know if it's the same actor, but it's like they both did the same kind of guttural, more of a throat thing than anything.
He-Man!
That was a shitty Skeletor. But we'll go with it anyways. Yeah, that's what I should do right now. Okay. I'm gonna go get the memes. Just to demonstrate. There's only one on this map, but it's extremely useful. And if you ever get lost, like you're trying to figure out where to go, you have the mini-map in the upright, and then you also have the entirety of the map in the bottom, so... Oh, it's good to... Whoops. Well, let's use this on someone before I completely waste this. Never mind, there's no one here. Okay, well, we're gonna waste it. Trees. What I meant to do is get out the bombs. We can get the Scorcher. Spider Boy has been discovered. Alright. No one said you could die there, sir. Please. Don't die. That's a pretty good place to stand, I feel. We got a Gibdo out with that. Oh, hello! Yeah, they can also just... They can yell around them, and they can yell at them. Or at you, so... Yeah. Pretty bad, man. All of my Hylian captains are just dying. Doing what they do best. Dying. That's not entirely inaccurate either, unfortunately. Let's go back to Link. Fire Rod's nice. Not my favorite weapon, but... Well, how is the Allied base in trouble, you fecker? We're all in it. To win it.
Enjoy our success, weasels!
Oh no, he's gonna burn it down. I can't wait to burn it to the copyright. Goodbye, VOD on Twitch. It's gone now. Muted. Hey! Did anyone say you could yell at me? Also, I think I'm aimed wrong. Yep. I meant to hit him, but clearly I didn't do that. Okay, get away from that. Alright, well, Impa Sheik's in a good spot right now because she's right near where I want to go. Really? Fire! Fire! Deku Tree will burn to cinders. But will it burn to Irellas? Also, in case you're curious, this is the only time in the history of all of this game that your allied base will ever catch fire, so... Luckily, you don't have to worry about this being a recurring thing. Alright. I did search the northeast. Hey! Go away! So you can see that these dudes run at like 15 frames a second. If even. Also, there's a chicken. Don't attack the chickens! It might seem like a good idea, but trust me, friend, it's not. We're just kind of standing here. Salute the sun! We did it! Yes! I'm done. She gotta get the clouds and make a rain cloud. Turn into a storm cloud. Into a T-shaped cloud. Okay, I'm done. And, yeah, you make it rain. And, the tree is saved. Oh, yeah. Ba 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 ba. I haven't really talked about the music yet, and boy is it hella good. It is as the kidums say these days, finna bouncin', finna good. Man, I don't know how teenagers speak these days. I was always that like annoying kid in class that was like, oh, all you kids and your stupid lingo, I'm never gonna dab in my life. And then I moved in with a bunch of dudes who held me down every night and forced me to dab before bed. By the way, it makes you sleep better, in case you didn't know. Just kinda, it's real good. Straight into your elbow. That's bad. I mean, not really, but...
It's not good, I'll give you that.
He yelled at me in purple language. Also, why is the Kakariko, Twilight Princess music playing right now? That's not appropriate. Inappropriate music, you! There's something at the top there. I don't remember what this is.
It's worth wiggling more than I expected.
Bam! Defeated that guy, and got this dude a decent way down his health meter. Come on, yell! Yell at me, baby! Fine, whatever. I don't think killing the keep boss will defeat any big guys like this guy. But I know all the grunts in here will at least die, so... There we go. As we zip zoom away. There we go. If I remember correctly, I think there's a heart for Link here as well. A heart container. I think it's hidden in a chest that's not in a keep though. So here's what we're gonna do. You go fight Wizro. And then we're gonna have you go down there, because I think that's where that is. Actually, I think it's for Sheik, now that I think about it. Well, Link's going down there anyways, so it'll be one of the two. Also, you're just gonna leave this keep boss here? Boy! There we go. Wizro has left the battlefield. Uh-oh.
What if I had it kill them?
It was a movie, and I'm tired of fucking hearing about it. Here it is. Who is this for? This is for Sheik. Okay, I was wrong. I thought it was for Link, but it was for Sheik. Look at that heart. Oh, look at that heart. Oh, there's a heart. Do a dance party with the 3D effect. Making anyone dizzy? And now, excuse me for picking my nose. It was kind of itchy, but now we have Goma, and something interesting. I don't know if we could do this quite yet, but we're gonna see. Where is Goma exactly? There you are. Actually, can you target Goma? No, you can't. That's weird. Okay, well, we're gonna play as Impa until our friends get there, so... Hello! So, trick with Goma. In case you couldn't tell, we got a new item. We have a new boss. You gotta use some item to defeat the boss. What's it gonna be? Essentially, the only way you can really hit Goma is you gotta wait for the eye to turn blue. Which, some people I know had a lot of struggle with that. Now we own the enemy base, but that wasn't actually enough to meet the quota. Usually, capturing the enemy base will mean pretty good things for you, especially in adventure mode. But it doesn't always guarantee that that's what your objective is, so... I don't know if, like, it, like, severely damages the number of respawns as well. Also, you can normally just dodge that just by rolling if you're not trash at the game like I am, so... keep that in mind. Oh, Sheik's here. Oh, here we go. Now we have our arrows powered up, which doesn't do anything for us in this state. But we're gonna go to Goma, who is now attacking our allied base, so it's especially important that we go get to her. And, luckily for all of us, we have the handy ocarina, which will take us straight to the base. Sadly, it only takes one person at a time, but it's not hard to just switch between all the characters and teleport them all there at once, so... There you go. Ha 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 ha! Alright. Anytime, Goma. Anytime that you wanna do your cool laser thing that's neato. Here we go. I refuse to send you support, Captain Sir! I don't know why that voice line was, like, severely pitched down, but it was. Bam. Come on, Impa. I guess they're not gonna do it yet, but there's a thing that you can do once you gather all of your party members in one area, where, like, the boss will, like, they gather 2 people near it, and then the boss takes extra damage, and then you gather 3 people near it, and then, like, your magic gauge will just fill over time, which is something that doesn't normally happen. I believe not even with a badge or like a apothecary thing can you do that, so it's good to have that when you're near bosses. Which is another reason why this is far superior to the Wii U version, as that is nowhere to be seen in the Wii U version. Alright. Please. There we go. Be a piece of cake now. I won't be surprised if I actually kill it before I get the, get the thing all the way down. Alright, what are you gonna drop for me? Got a silver, not bad. I believe bosses can't even drop, bronze. They can only drop silver or gold, so that's something to look for as well. And I believe, like, the low tier grunts also cannot, just straight up cannot drop gold, so. But the medium tier, I think, can drop all 3, so. I keep saying so. Oh, so. I hope Zelda would be here. Apparently that was in vain. Touch your stomach. Feels good, didn't it? Where could she be? She's safe. May the goddess protect her. The goddess protect. We attack. But most importantly, the goddess Triforce. That didn't really work, did it? No. It really did.
This is how it begins.
This is where we're at. Oh!
Deep in the forests,
Deep in the forest.
a great sorceress watched over the balance.
There's the wizard!
His name was Harry.
Through her magic,
Hey, look, it's Ganon and Midna
to read the fates
and
of
bird
all
people.
involved, but never interfering.
Wow, spoilers! Now I know the entirety of the Zelda plot!
Until
Whatever will I do?
attention.
Gee, Willikers, man.
The soul of the hero of legend.
Oh man, Willikers! Excuse me, I had to stretch. It's been a long day for me.
Through her powers, the sorceress should have seen that the hero was bound to another.
Uh-oh.
Instead, she saw only a soul that was unlike any she had known.
She fell in love with Link. But Link was already in love with Zelda.
Which is kind of weird when you think about it, because like Link didn't know Zelda.
Sorceress was preoccupied
Link still barely knows Zelda.
with the element of darkness,
So,
locked in its
I mean, maybe give it a little bit more time, man. I mean, to each their own, but I suppose some people believe in love at first sight. I don't know. for me.
has wormed its
Hasn't exactly worked out each time that I thought that that was the case.
pushed the light away.
Oh no, he broke the lamp thing.
Into a desperate desire to possess the legendary hero's soul.
Oh. Turned into a purple-black gradient.
Evil had its own desires.
Oh no, what could it be? Who could it be?
Conquer Hyrule once again.
Well, why does he look awfully like Ganon? Gee,
Pushed the light from her
I wonder what
the dark
Ganon's up to.
opened the gate of souls, the doorway of time itself.
And there she
Monsters
goes.
across the ages pour through the gate.
Oh, did you see that sick animation of the lizard laughing there? Detail. Alright, well, there you go. There we go. Now we're starting to build the cemetery a little bit. But, unfortunately... Oh, now we can battle as Lana and Linkle. Unfortunately, that's gonna be everything for today. Oh, the bazaar is leveled up. So, yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Next week on Warrior Wednesday, I guess. Which, what day will that be? That will be the 27th. So, I will have 2 more streams of Warrior Wednesday in this house. Maybe just one. I don't know if I'm going to stream on October 4th or not. I might have to have most of my things packed up by then. But at least one more, maybe another before we move out, and then not too much longer after that. So, October 4th, and then the 11th and 18th should also be this game. So, there should be at least, 5 streams of this. And then after that, we can do, we should be ready for, Fire Emblem Warriors. So, yeah, super looking forward to that. I'm gonna be getting the Switch version in case anyone was curious. The 3DS version of this is the better version for its mechanics, but I do like me some graphics every now and then. I like my games to run at at least a steady frame rate, you know? But, hey, I'll take what I can get. If you don't have a Switch and you want to get that game as well, it will be available for the new 3DS exclusively. Not going to be available for the regular 3DS, because of just how shittily this one ran. And they learned their lesson, but... Yep. That's everything for me today, so, yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and, hopefully I'll see you guys next week. See ya.